Hey, 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 coming at you live from a lunch break at work. I have been wanting to revamp my Booktube channel. As of right now, all it has are my book reviews slash what I refer to as my book bursts on there, which I love because I love doing my video book reviews, and I've been doing them for going on 3 years now. So there is, pardon my language, a shit ton of reviews on books that I read, and I did the reviews as soon as I finished reading them. So they are hot off the presses, exactly how I was feeling in the moment when I finished them. And it's such a nice refresher for me if I'm wondering, did I really like that book? Or as I think back on it, how was I feeling after I read it? I really enjoy those videos. As I look to my channel and look to revamping and redressing myself, I say that, and I will say in the same breath, this is pretty much my everyday attire, either a hoodie or a cutoff t-shirt and a messy bun. Occasionally I'll have my hair down, and I always wear my glasses because I'm blind, but also because I used to wear contacts all the time and now cannot stand them. I probably will not change this, but I'm hoping to create content for my followers and for new followers so that they can come here and be merry and jolly and interact with me, as well as hopefully find some interesting, unique perspectives on books that maybe aren't very popular on Booktube, because I read everything. I'm also in a couple of book clubs, so my reading tastes span all genres. I typically enjoy watching Booktube channels that are the same as I am, reading lots of different genres, having lots of different perspectives. I'm hoping to join that class of Booktuber. We will see what happens. But anyway, today I'm gonna come at you live with a couple of tags. I'm gonna combine two because I feel like I've been here before, so technically I'm not a newbie, but I'm a newbie in this space as far as more interactive and more cohesively Booktube-ish videos. So I'm going to do the Booktube newbie tag, as well as I am going to do the Meet the Booktuber tag that What Victoria Read created. I watched her video today. I was very inspired because she talks about who the Booktuber is as a person. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into them. Let's do this. So the first question I'm going to answer is name, age, location. My name is Caitlin. I am 31 years old and I live in Columbus, Ohio. I am past the 30-year point, but I have been a reader for a very long time. The next question is, do you have any siblings? I do. I have a younger brother. He's a year and 9 months younger than I am. So we're pretty close in age. I'm gonna go ahead over to the newbie tag and say, why did I start this channel? So I initially started my YouTube channel as a place for me to drop weightlifting videos, because if you go back in time, I was a competitive powerlifter and I used this channel to have access to my training videos forever and ever into infinity and beyond. About 4 or so years ago, when I left the sports, I transitioned into a book review channel, and I've pretty much been that since then. As of right now in 2020, I am hoping to transition into a more traditional style Booktube channel. The next question I'm going to answer is, what do I do for work? As you can tell, I am at my place of work. I am on my lunch break. I work for a small manufacturing company that manufactures plastic pipe fittings. And that's all I'm going to say. I love my job. It is not glamorous, but it pays the bills, and I love the people I work with and for. Do I have any kids? I do. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you might have noticed that last year I took a little bit of a hiatus from everything. Bookstagram, Booktube, Facebook. I was pregnant and my brain was addled, as most pregnant women's brains become when they are growing a person. Getting back into this space and getting back to a regular reading schedule since my son was born on Christmas Eve last year. Light of my life, love of my life. has been really nice to be back here. Looking forward to being in this space and having him witness his mom being passionate about what she likes, as well as hopefully introducing and finding books that as a parent I can share with him and we can enjoy together. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 dogs, Tonka and Bacchus. I am a dog lover through and through. Neither myself nor my husband are very big cat fans, mostly because my husband is allergic to them, but I have just always preferred dogs. There's nothing better than my boys greeting me at the door when I come home from work and just being excited to see me. What are some fun, unique things you can bring to Booktube? Personally, I am a little bit of a spitfire. I think that overall my reviews are honest. If I don't like something, I am very outspoken about things that I don't like. I'm very outspoken about things that I do like. I think that because I'm such a reader of all genres, I'm able to look at things from a little bit of a different perspective, as well as being able to make comparisons between pieces of literature that maybe somebody else might not have read, so they wouldn't be able to make that comparison. Also think that there are not quite as many readers of adult fiction and adult literature here on Booktube, and I am markedly definitely an adult fiction, adult literature reader. I read a lot of nonfiction, sci-fi. I'm not a big fantasy fan, but occasionally I'll pick it up and really enjoy it. Honestly, I read everything, but mostly I read adult fiction. What am I most excited about for this channel? As I transition into this new space, I am most excited about interacting more with people on Booktube and on my Bookstagram. Just being able to do what I love. Talk books with book people. People don't watch Booktube videos that don't like to read, and people don't follow Bookstagram accounts that don't like to read. I find that those are the best conversations, and some of the best people I've ever met are Bookstagram friends, and I really enjoy being in that space. I'm also excited about this channel and the hopes that I can break into the Booktube world. Hopefully become more interactive with people there. I've been following and liking videos and subscribed to quite a few channels for a long time. It'll be nice to hopefully maybe when they see me comment or when they see my name, they'll know that I also am a booktuber and that I also cultivate videos that maybe one day they might enjoy. Can I drive? I sure can. It would be next to impossible to live in the States and not be able to drive unless you lived in a big city. I do not. I live in the country and driving is a must. My favorite subject in school was, I was a theater kid, so I did half days junior and senior year of high school and spent half day on academia and the other half at a private theater school. I'm gonna split this and say my favorite subject in regular school was probably English, because I like to read and I was always very good at it, as well as I enjoyed the discussions that were had. But I will also say that I loved Spanish. I had the best, and we are still friends to this day. He came to my wedding reception. My Spanish teacher in high school was could possibly be the best Spanish teacher of all time. I went to Spain with him twice in school. Really made the learning of the language something that I looked forward to every day. He is a great teacher. Mr. Wetterston, see you. You're the best. My favorite color is purple. If I have my hair down, I always have purple in my hair. Never really super noticeable because it's usually a fairly dark purple, but it's my fave. My favorite smell has always been clean laundry. I love the smell of laundry detergent. When I was a kid, I used to walk down the laundry detergent aisle and do this. And I would make my mom walk down the aisle because I loved it. Yes, I am strange. No, I do not still do that because I'm an adult and I own laundry detergent. If I ever so feel inclined to smell the clean linen smell, I have access to it at the house. I no need to make a fool of myself out in public. Why do I love reading? I have loved reading since I was a kid. It was my favorite thing to do in school. I am an extrovert, and It is probably one of the only things that I do that is introverted in the space of when I am doing it. I read by myself. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and that is a very personal thing. However, I love to talk about books, which is why I'm into book clubs. I think that interaction of speaking about something that you're reading or passing on a book that you're loving to somebody that you think would love, introducing somebody to an author that you love that they would have previously never read before, and then they end up reading them and loving them and then falling down the rabbit hole. I've done that a couple of times, and every time it gives me, like right now I've got tingles. It gives me such joy to see people excited about reading and to see people happy that they have this new author and this new worlds to explore. So that is why I love reading. I love reading for the experiences that I have. I love reading because it teaches me things. I'm always learning something when I'm reading a book. Actually, when I rate books, if a book has imparted a knowledge to me that I did not previously have beforehand or has changed my perspective in some way, typically those books are the books that get the highest ratings from me because they have changed my life in some aspect or another. What book series or book got you into reading? When I was a little girl, we read a chapter out of A Wrinkle in Time. And that is one of the earliest books that I can remember reading and loving. Now, I know I read the Dr. Seuss books because we had them all, but I read Madeline L'Engle's books like Manna from Heaven. That would be the series that I would say. I have since reread them as an adult and unfortunately find that they don't hit as well as they did when I was a little girl. My favorite book or top 3 books, that's hard. I'm gonna go with my favorite book from recent years / book series, because it is a series, that I recommend to just about everybody and look forward to rereading. And I'm not a rereader, but I have since reading this book initially, maybe 2.5 years ago, reread this series and freaking loved it. That's going to be the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. The original trilogy are all 5 stars for me. I read all 3 of those books in less than 5 sittings because could not put down. The last question that I'm going to answer is, what challenges do I think will be difficult to overcome as a booktuber? I'm going to say that the biggest challenge that I'm going to have is finding an aesthetic way to film my videos. Typically, I film them wherever I'm at. I also need to look into some lighting, some artificial lighting, so that I don't look haggard. It's daytime right now, so I got a little bit of natural light coming at you hot, as well as like fluorescent lights from heaven, which is, you know, it is what it is. Between that and time, because I am a new mom, I have a 3-month-old, I find that my evenings are typically spending time with my husband and my son, cooking dinner, doing odd cleaning around the house. So markedly, my filming time would be in the evenings. Realistically, I need to make sure that I am investing in a light. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will place a link below to my Bookstagram account, as well as to the original tag from What Victoria Read, so that you can watch her video. I know you're supposed to tag other YouTubers when you do tags like this, but since I don't know too many new YouTubers, I've never tagged anybody before, I'm gonna pass on that, and I probably won't tag anybody. I really enjoyed making this video. It's the longest video I've ever made. I can't wait to edit it. Here within the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have the end of March. I have already got plans in line for me to do a wrap-up video. Cannot wait to do that and talk about all the books I read this month. I have obviously individual reviews for every book that I've read this month. However, if it's in one video, you got one place to look and one place to see things. I am gonna end this here and tell you guys that I hope you guys have a kick-ass rest of your day. I know everybody's pretty much quarantined right now, so take care of yourselves, stay healthy. And one last thing, I hope you come back. I hope you like this video. I don't know how to end this. I'll talk to you guys later.